Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'll be showing you how I make this shrimp and spinach sauce. These are the ingredients I'm going to be using. It's a very quick, easy, simple but yummy recipe. So I already have my pre-cooked deveined shrimp. I've got my sunflower oil, I have my salt, I have some tomatoes that I'll be using to bring out the sauce. I already went ahead to wash these and then clean them properly. As you can see, I have the fresh baby spinach from Asda, some hot curry, black pepper, and as usual I've got all my peppers: bell pepper, green, red, yellow, onions, ginger and garlic. My pan is already heating. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil, about 1 or 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm doing this because I want to first of all just kind of like saute the shrimp and then take it out. I'm not going to do this for long because, like I said, it's already pre-cooked, but I just want to give it its own flavor, guys. This is the main ingredient in this recipe, so you need it to have its own flavor, its own texture. So I like to go ahead and just season it a little bit and kind of like stir fry it on its own before I go ahead and redo the whole process. So you're just going to see. So now I'm adding a little bit of black pepper, some salt. I'll add a little bit of my hot curry powder, just a little bit and not too much. This gives it its own unique color. Sometimes I don't use hot curry powder. I would use the turmeric, or if I want to change the taste entirely, I can use basil or anything, so it depends on what you have at home and what you want to do or how you want it to taste. If you have just garlic powder, you can use that as well. So I'm adding a little bit of onions, some ginger and garlic as well, so that the flavor can all just go in. And I'll just mix this together and allow it to cook for about maybe 3 to 4 minutes maximum, because you don't really want it to cook so much. Like I said, it's already pre-cooked. It's not the fresh shrimps, it's the pre-cooked one. So I'm just mixing this actually just to give it the taste, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm just going to allow this to cook for some minutes extra. And this is what it looks like, guys. Like this, my shrimp is ready. Actually, you can just pop this out and eat and taste if you want, and it's already smelling so good. So I think it's a bit ready at this time. I'm just going to take this out of the pan, and I'm now going to use the same pan to make my sauce before the shrimp goes back in. Now guys, there's no need to start to clear the pan and then wash the pan, because you still need all the juice that has been in there before. So that's why I'm not using a different pan, because I still have my shrimp sauce in here as well. So my vegetables will just continue to catch the flavor from where I stopped. So I'm adding a little bit of sunflower oil so I can go ahead and start my stir frying. Now you can use a cooking spray if you don't want to use the oil method, but this is just what I prefer because I feel like it gives it some local ethnic taste to it, So I'm just going to allow the pan to get hot a little, and I'm adding my vegetables. Everything is just going to go in. I'm not going to start frying the onions and then the pepper. I'm just going to put everything in at this stage. I find that when I do this, for me, everything stays at the same level of texture. So you can see that the onions is still going to be crunchy, the peppers is still crunchy, nothing is off the same wavelength. I think that's the right word. Sometimes when I fry the onions first and then I put in my vegetables, the onion has caramelized, it's a bit soft, but like this, I have everything staying really, really fresh. The onions, my bell peppers, my ginger, my garlic, the whole mix is going in at the same time, and everything is working at the same time and temperature. So this for me is like my secret method to actually have that crunchy sauce that looks, still very soft, but then still very crunchy. I don't know if that makes any sense. So as you can see, I added a little bit of tomatoes. I just add a little bit so I can gauge how saucy I want it to be. So you can add some more tomatoes if you really want it to look very soupy, but because I know when I add my vegetables, it will bring out some water from it, so I don't even want it to be really watery per se. So that's why I added just very little tomatoes. And now I'm going to go ahead to add my salt and all my other seasonings that I would use. So some hot curry is going back in there again. Not too much because I don't want to change the whole color and the whole texture and everything. So a little bit of bouillon cubes. Guys, you know me by now. I always tell you I like to use Maggi. So this is some Maggi crayfish, I think, or Maggi Ninja pot. Sorry guys, yes, it's the Maggi Ninja pot. So I just added just 1 cube of that because I don't want to have too many textures and tastes going in there. And now guys, my shrimp is going back in, and that is just all. Now I'm mixing this. You can use this as it is, you know, but I like to have a little bit of flavor and texture. And again guys, this is spinach, shrimp and spinach sauce, so it wouldn't be nice if there's no spinach in there. So I'm just mixing my shrimp to make sure that it's sitting well, it's boiling, everything is infusing, all the textures are coming together, all the flavors are, you know, marrying themselves, and everything is beginning to take shape. And when I've allowed this to cook for like maybe 2 minutes, because I want my tomatoes to really, you know, the tomato juice to really go into the shrimp, then I will now add my vegetables. For me, once the vegetable goes in, the sauce is ready, you know, because it's really soft. But if you're using any other kind of vegetables that's a bit hard, you know, that doesn't melt so easily, then you may want to allow it to boil for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. But as I said, these are the spinach I still use for my smoothie. So they're really soft, they're really tender. You don't need that much heat, you know, you can just put off the heater or put off the stove at this time, and just the heat from stirring would actually melt the leaves, so you can get as much nutrients as you want from the vegetables. So as you can see guys, my stove is already off, but I'm just allowing the heat from all the other ingredients to melt the leaves and, you know, bring that taste together. I find that when I do this, everything still stays fresh, everything still stays crunchy. You know, you can still taste all the ingredients together, even with their own different tastes. I don't know if that makes any sense, you know, but it just, your mouth is just going to be filled with so many different tastes that you would know, oh yeah, I'm actually tasting the vegetables, or I'm tasting the pepper and stuff. You know what each of them actually brings to the table. So guys, this is done, it's ready. I'm not going to cover it, I'm not going to allow anything, I'm just going to leave it like this, and we're ready to eat this. You can have this as is, you can have this with rice, you can have this with bread, you can have this with potatoes, you can have them with chips, you can have the sauce with anything guys. It's so yummy, it's super tasty, it's very easy to make, it's really quick because like I said, the shrimps have already been pre-cooked, so you're just mixing all the ingredients together. And this is what it looks like guys. It was so yummy, you know. I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, we really do appreciate, and God bless.